you find me under the footbridge at Lenzie Station, because I happened to pick the first rainy day in about 2 weeks to come to Glasgow and film a video. But anyway, unfortunate sod's law aside, you found me at Lenzie Station, which funnily enough happens to be the only station within the whole sort of Glasgow Strathclyde area that has the letter Z in it. I'm not sure how widespread of a thing it is or how popular of a challenge it is to do, but I've seen a few videos in the past of people doing like stations within like a metro system or like a certain area where they try to visit all stations, well, stations in an area that have all letters of the alphabet in them in the fastest time. And so, well, here I am with a Strathclyde roundabout ticket in the Strathclyde area, and we're going to tick off all letters of the alphabet using stations on the Strathclyde roundabout. I have said Strathclyde far too many times already in this intro. So, I have a plan at the ready. We're going to begin at Lenzie when the train arrives in about 15 minutes time from now. And just for fun, I'm also going to time see how long it takes. And some other people could possibly challenge me and see how long their own plans could take, but we'll see. So we'll wait for the first train and we'll begin. Right, so I have the stopwatch app going, so we'll see how long this overall takes. Now, I may not have a notepad or pen, but I have the closest thing, which is my Notes app and the S Pen. So let's go ahead and mark off a few of the letters that we've got from Lenzie. So that's gone and ticked off L, E, N, Z, I, and, well, E again. So there's 5 letters done, and yeah, we will carry on to the next stations. So next we're going to Glasgow Queen Street, which, well, I mean, I don't really have any choice. I have to go to Queen Street to change trains, so. But either way, it gets me a couple of letters as well that I couldn't really get anywhere else quicker, so. So I need to head to the low-level platforms because I want to be heading east towards Belgrove by 2 stops. Okay, Edinburgh service in 3 minutes. Actually made a tight connection, cool. So, next up is Belgrove. I'll start once again scratching off the letters once we're on the train. I will, I promise, I've just not really had an opportunity to do that yet.
This train is for Edinburgh Waverley.
Oh crumbs, I'm in one of the carriages that's entirely transverse seating. Oh well, it's only 2 very short stops, I'm sure I'll live. So let's do some more scratching, so let's go, oh no, I was about to do Central. Queen Street. Okay, cool. That's like over half the letters already. Making good progress. So the good news is we've made it to Belgrove. The bad news is that I was supposed to get a train to Springburn. I was going to go to Alexandra Parade, but the train that was going to form it was cancelled due to a problem with its brakes, and there seems to have been no replacement unit yet for one going the other way. So the only way I can really salvage this is if I run to Alexandra Parade from here in about 12 minutes. No idea if it's possible, but we'll give it a shot. So Google Maps reckons it would take about 18 minutes to walk. So if I run at a decent pace, I can probably do that in 12 minutes. This is the only way to bring it back. Oh my God, wow. Duke Street Station's down there. That's the station between Belgrove and Alexandra Parade. Stations here are so dense. 8-minute walk left. 6 minutes left to the train. I'm getting a very bad stitch. Is this really worth it? Oh my word. I actually made it. Wow. With like 3 minutes to spare as well. I am very warm now. Okay, well, before I could even start talking, I've made it to Duke Street. So, yeah, essentially, the plan was to go to Alexandra Parade, come back to, or like walk to Duke Street, then get a train from here to, I forget exactly what station it was. Yeah, walk to Duke Street and then get a train out of Duke Street, but yeah, I'm anticipating the next train I want to get is also cancelled, so I'm going to walk to, well, back to Belgrove again, to hopefully get a train westward, I think it's Hindland, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, oh, wow. So, turns out my running was entirely in vain. The service I was going to get, the reason I was running, actually ended up getting started at Hindland instead of Mulgai, because I assume that's like where a depot is or something. So I didn't even need to rush. But that's all the fun of railway challenges, oh yeah. Okay, back at Belgrove. I didn't exactly need to walk back to Belgrove. It was mainly just either that or wait at Duke Street, Bone Idle for 30 minutes, so, you know, I opted to be moving for a little bit. So we're essentially, oh, my hair is absolutely ruined by the rain. There's water on my camera. Yeah, we're essentially going to get the next westbound train. I think the next one is to Helensburgh. But while we wait, let's tick off some letters from the alphabet. Oh my god. The camera's so wet. I don't know how waterproof it is. Probably not very. Okay, propped up on my knee, this is going to work very well. So we've done Belgrove. Yep. Then we did Alexandra Parade, so Alex and Pete. Parade, yep. And then Duke Street, which gave us the letter K. So now we only have 6 left. Good progress. Don't know if you can hear it on video, but the power lines are very noisy. A lot noisier than I've seen before.
The next stop is High Street.
It's just come to my attention after getting on this train. It's actually Hindland, not Hindland. Oops. Sorry. Off we go into the Glaswegian tunnels. So, yeah, we'll make our way to Hindland. And also it gives my camera a bit of time to dry off from all the rain. I've also had to come to like the very end of the train because these 334s, they have hardly any airline seating. It's a bit harder to film in transverse seating without people looking at you. Hey, Charing Cross. I'm going to get a lot of comments about point to point now. So as you'll see before, my remaining letters are C, F, H, J, M and Y. And, well, when we get off at Hindland, I'll take off H and Y, leaving us with 4 left. The next station after that will be Jordan Hill. Now, I was originally going to, like, have to wait at Jordan Hill for a while, but because I walked to Belgrove, I got the Helensburgh Central service rather than the Mulgai service I would have got from Duke Street had I waited there. And it gets me to Hindland 5 minutes earlier, but it allows me to get onto a Dalmuir service, an earlier one than had I got the Mulgai train, and get to Jordan Hill slightly earlier. I don't know if that'll save me any time yet. I'll have to check that.
Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Stop for last service is Jordan Hill.
I guess the automated announcements aren't working on this train. Right, well, you didn't actually see any footage really from Hindland Station because I spent all 2 minutes I had there looking at train times, and by the looks of things, it will actually save me half an hour if I do a, I think, 4-minute turnaround connection at Jordan Hill to a Motherwell service. According to the train times, there seems to be 4 an hour from Glasgow Central to Mount Florida, so it will save me at least half an hour. Hopefully. So, good stuff. My camera's very wobbly. It's not quite stable on the legs here. Anyway, here's Jordan Hill. Wow. It's all going so quickly. Right, well there it is. The 1321 to Motherwell. I would not have been able to get that service had I instead waited at Duke Street and got that Mulgai service. So, yay. Thank you, quick thinking. My plans are never perfect. I always tend to find, like, in the moment when I'm actually there, like, the fact I can walk between stations a lot quicker than I think I can, and ends up saving me time. I've gone ahead and propped my camera on the little barrel train, the train made of barrels, yeah, that makes sense. Let's just quickly tick off a few more letters before our train arrives. Right, so we did Hindland, which is the letter H, the letter Y, and yeah, it's just H and Y. So there we are, we've got 4 left, C, F, J and M, and actually 3 left because Jordan Hill. Yeah, so C, F and M. Yeah, my original plan involved waiting at Jordan Hill for like 20 minutes, so glad I'm not doing that anymore. So we'll be off to Glasgow Central, more of like a necessary change thing, but it does tick off the letter C, so that's something. So Glasgow Central will tick off letter C. You really can't not get interrupted by these announcements. But yeah, so Glasgow Central, and then we have M and F left, which, well, you can take a few guesses to what stations that could be. We're in the Central Underground bit again. The Glasgow Central bit this time. I don't know, loads of people like don't like this bit, the underground stations here. I don't know. I've got a knack for underground stations. I really like them for some reason. They're cool. Okie dokie, Glasgow Central low level. Now, I am in completely the wrong part of the station to make my connection. I want to go to either a service for the Cathcart Circle or for Newton. It's one of the two. So we'll be looking for either the first service to, I think, Cathcart Circle via Mount Florida or Newton. Let's see. Okay, no, I was wrong. Never mind. Newton trains don't call at Mount Florida. It's Cathcart. So, 1351 Cathcart service. I guess, well, cat's out of the bag now. The last station I'm trying to go to is Mount Florida. Okay, here we are. The platform 10 for the Cathcart service. Although it's the Cathcart Circle, but they only say it goes to Cathcart. Anyway, yeah, it's the front train from here. I can never remember when they say like because Glasgow Central they do like the front of platform X. So like, is the front the end of the platform? I can never remember. So off we go to Mount Florida to finally finish the challenge of taking off all stations. 380s are also like really weird. Like they look like a regular Desiro from the outside or whatever, but then on the inside they feel a lot more like a Desiro City. They're like a sort of midway between the two, which makes sense because these were built in like literally halfway between the original Desiro design and the Desiro cities when they were made. So yeah. The stations on this line are actually so close together that you have 1 minute timetable gaps. Like, you've got one departing 56 past the hour and then the next stop is 57 past the hour and whatnot. It's incredible. Okay, we're coming into Mount Florida, and I will stop my stopwatch when we arrive. Okay, once I step on the platform... There we are. Alphabet complete in 2 hours, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. And there you are, that's stations in Glasgow featuring every single letter of the alphabet done in 2 hours, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. So, we finished in Mount Florida. There you are. So, I'm interested to see if anyone else can actually think of a plan that does it faster than this. This was the fastest one I could come up with, so yeah, I'd be interested to see if anyone else can do it faster. It'll be very interesting to see. So yes, my train out of here is arriving. I've got to film a second video today, so yes, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye. And big shout out to my patrons and channel members who are listed on screen now. Thank you all for supporting the channel.